Hello everyone. Welcome to Kansas Future. In one of the most anticipated matchups of the season, the Kansas City Chiefs faced the Denver Broncos in a game that tested every limit of Patrick Mahomes' team. Early on, it became clear that this game would be no easy feat. Mahomes, typically known for his precision and leadership, appeared to be facing unprecedented difficulties, making riskier throws, and feeling increasing pressure from the Broncos. However, as always, the Chiefs proved to be a team with heart and grit, overcoming adversity to secure a valuable victory. Fans grew apprehensive over some disjointed plays and a few off-target passes from Mahomes. The star quarterback, who has been central to the Chiefs' campaign to the top, showed signs of fatigue, but that wasn't enough to bring him down. Even while facing challenges, he kept his head up and did his best to stay in control of the game. His connections with receivers were shaky, and the Broncos' defense applied heavy pressure, creating critical moments when everything seemed at risk. Then, the rest of Kansas City's team stepped up alongside their quarterback. Travis Kelce and Isaiah Pacheco took on the responsibility of delivering key points. Kelce, as always, was a pillar of consistency, stepping in at crucial moments to support the Chiefs' offense. Pacheco, on the other hand, brought the explosiveness and intensity the team needed, advancing with agility and energy on every run. The Chiefs' defense also played a crucial role, holding the Broncos back during high-pressure moments. The result was a hard-fought victory, and for many, this game served as a reminder of the collective strength of the Kansas City Chiefs. It wasn't Mahomes' most perfect game, but it underscored how the Chiefs are a true team, united in victory and ready to face any challenge. Even when their leader has a tough night, Chiefs fans can breathe a sigh of relief as this win ensures the team remains strong in the battle for the season. Before we start the video, we ask you to leave a comment below. Your feedback is really important to us. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button so we can continue producing more content. Thank you. The Broncos did everything necessary to be in a position to win the game, but the Chiefs continue to show everyone that they can win in different ways. Today wasn't the best performance from Patrick Mahomes. He made timely plays, and the defense stepped up when needed. Despite being on the cusp of losing, the special teams delivered, proving their value in the final moments. It was a great effort by the Chiefs' special teams unit, especially during the last field goal attempt. The Chiefs improved to 9-0, winning their 15th straight game, dating back to last Christmas, when they lost to the Raiders. The final score was Chiefs 16, Broncos 14. This victory marks the 7th consecutive win for the Chiefs when trailing in the second half. It certainly feels like a team of destiny moment, but for Chiefs fans, it's nerve-wracking to see them play with fire so often. The thing about the Chiefs is that they can continue to take risks because they are a great team. They show flashes of brilliance, and in both good and bad moments, they play winning football. The Chiefs may not always impress with their style of play, but they focus on the ultimate goal, outscoring their opponents. Today, their offense only scored 16 points, but it didn't matter because the opposing offense managed just 14 points. This is why many consider the Chiefs the best team in the National Football League. They know how to win games, and that has been their storyline for the past few seasons. With Andy Reid tied to his star quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs head into their next game against the Buffalo Bills with a perfect record, which will be broadcast on CBS. On the other side, it was a heartbreaking loss for the Broncos, who are fighting for a wild card spot. Many had written them off as frauds after their 41-10 loss to the Ravens last week, but they bounced back and played a well-prepared game. Despite facing a strong defense, rookie quarterback B. Nix delivered more than serviceable numbers, and it was tough for the Broncos to lose in such a gut-wrenching way. However, they need to recalibrate their mindset and get ready for what's next. The Denver Broncos, now 5-5 at the midpoint of the season, are surprisingly competitive in their second year under head coach Sean Payton. With a rookie quarterback starting from day one, they are still a playoff-caliber team with control over their destiny. They just need to find ways to win games like the one they lost today. The Chiefs continue their streak of close, comeback wins. Patrick Mahomes has an impressive record when trailing by double digits at any point in a game, with a win percentage of 57.8%, boasting a 19-14 record overall. The Chiefs trailed 14-3 in the second quarter, but came back to win, thanks in part to a blocked 35-yard field goal by the special teams at the Horn. Now, let's take you out to Arrowhead Stadium, where Trent Green witnessed firsthand what these Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs do best. They just win. It's not always pretty, but they get the job done. How did they pull this one out of the hat? It's amazing when you consider the two games that have been played on this field behind me in the past 6 days. The overtime win on Monday night against the Buccaneers, and this phenomenal game today. In the first half, It was all about offense. Then, both defensive coordinators made adjustments at halftime. The Chiefs ended up with 300 yards of total offense, while the Broncos managed only 261 yards. It all came down to the final play. The Chiefs have done this all season, even dating back to last year's playoffs in the Super Bowl. Being down in games but finding ways to come back and win. Special teams, defense, offense, you name it. They are finding ways to get it done. No matter how many times they play with fire, the Chiefs always manage to put it out and leave their opponents in defeat. In the end, a blocked 35-yard field goal sealed the win. But Trent, you've played for the Chiefs before. Put yourself back in that Kansas City locker room. You're on a team that often plays risky, but always knows it will come out on top and win. What's that like? Trent Green. It's phenomenal. I was part of a team 20 years ago that started off 9-0. We had Dante Hall, who would return punts for touchdowns to win games. In one game, we were down 17 points against Green Bay in the fourth quarter. Jerome Woods intercepted Brett Favre and returned it for a touchdown. We got a late field goal, and I hit Tony Gonzalez for a touchdown. Before we knew it, we were in overtime and found a way to win. When things are rolling like that, the team just feels like someone will step up and get it done. That's the atmosphere in Kansas City right now with Patrick Mahomes leading the way. The defense is playing outstanding. Steve Spagnuolo is dialed in with his defensive schemes, and we just saw what can happen when special teams deliver like they did today. Next week's game is going to be incredible. The 9-0 Chiefs taking on the 8-2 Buffalo Bills, right here on CBS. It's going to be another classic matchup for Kansas City fans, especially after a blocked 35-yard field goal saved their perfect season. The Chiefs are now more than halfway to a perfect season, with their biggest test coming up against Buffalo. Bo Nix had some great moments in this game, leading a drive that brought the Broncos into field goal range. In the 4 p.m. window of games, you can catch an NFC East showdown at AT&T Stadium on CBS. Kickoff is scheduled for 4:25 p.m. Will Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni get their first win in Dallas and move ahead of Washington in the division? They'll have to lean on running back Saquon Barkley. Here's Barkley ahead of kickoff with our own Nate Burleson. Nate Burleson, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you joining me. Saquon Barkley, I'm just going to show you a play you've seen plenty of times, and I want you to walk us through it. One-on-one, you see the corner trying to take a shoulder, but he falls off. I knew the linebacker liked to go low, so I tried to set him up inside. He didn't bite, so I had one off him. I was going for another spin, and when that didn't work, I reacted and jumped over him. As I jumped back, I looked over my right shoulder, planning my next move. If they hadn't hit me, I would have tried to score. But honestly, my favorite part was the reaction from my teammates. They were hyped up, telling me it was the best play they'd seen. Nate, Saquon, does it blow your mind like it does ours? Saquon, it might sound weird, but I actually envision plays like this. I don't put any limits on what I can bet. When moments like that happen, it's cool. But it's something I think about. Spinning off a tackle, making a stiff arm, doing whatever it takes. I tell kids all the time, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. Chiefs fans, today we bring you a story that sparked controversy in the NFL and has everyone talking. It starts with Taylor Swift's presence at Arrowhead Stadium, where she cheered on her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, during the Chiefs game against the Broncos. However, what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the support of the famous singer, but a brief interaction Swift had with one of the game's referees, Sarah Thomas, before the start.
Established our reputation, but now it's about legacy. The task.
One user on X joked that the league was helping the Chiefs get an automatic win, while another called for an investigation, labeling it as bribery. This isn't the first time the Chiefs have faced accusations of favoritism. In the past, analyst Warren Sharp suggested that referees assigned to Kansas City games tend to favor the team, noting that Adrian Hill's selection to officiate big games was no coincidence. Hill is known for calling penalties that benefit quarterbacks, which Sharp argued only helps Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Additionally, legendary former player Rob Gronkowski remarked on his podcast that the Chiefs seemed to get more favorable calls from referees compared to other dominant teams like the New England Patriots during his time. Gronkowski joked that he never saw penalties go his way like they do for the Chiefs now. With this atmosphere of controversy, the question remains, do you think the NFL favors the Chiefs, or is it just a coincidence? Let's get straight to the point. For those who don't know, David Bakhtiari, the former offensive tackle for the Green Bay Packers and one of the top linemen of the last decade, seems to be making an unusual attempt to join the Kansas City Chiefs. But this time, he didn't reach out directly to the Chiefs' agents or managers. Instead, he took a direct approach with none other than Patrick Mahomes himself. That's right, Mahomes. Bakhtiari decided to leave a public message for our quarterback on Twitter, or X, if you prefer to call it that now. What's interesting is that, while it initially seemed like just a joke between former college rivals, Mahomes being from Texas Tech and Bakhtiari from the University of Colorado, some fans are starting to think there's more to it. Could Bakhtiari actually want a spot on the Chiefs roster? Is he signaling something more here? You might be asking, is he serious? Does he really want to play for the Chiefs? Honestly, all signs point to yes. Let's face it, there's no reason for him to publicly reach out to Mahomes without some kind of motive. Imagine this. He could have just made a joke or placed a bet, but instead, Bakhtiari posted a carefully worded message hinting that he's ready to play. Who wouldn't want an experienced all-pro like him to strengthen our offensive line right now? Let's not forget that their college teams recently faced off, with Colorado beating Texas Tech 41-27. But beyond the rivalry, Bakhtiari's public message seemed like much more than just a joke. The importance of Bakhtiari for the Chiefs, let's be real. Adding David Bakhtiari to the Chiefs roster would be like bringing in a titan to protect Mahomes. We're talking about a player who's been selected as an All-Pro 5 times and has made 3 Pro Bowls. He's basically a Mitchell Schwartz for the Packers. In short, he's a beast at the tackle position. But there's always a but, right? Bakhtiari's age and injury history do raise some questions. Since 2020, he's only played more than 1 game in a season once. In 2021, he played just 1 game. In 2022, he managed 11 games. And now, in 2023, he's only played 1 game due to knee surgery. So the question is, does Bakhtiari still have the energy and durability to handle the pace and pressure with the Chiefs? What could Bakhtiari bring to the team? Our offensive line has faced challenges this year, with Kingsley Suamataia, our second-round rookie, and Wanya Morris now in his 2nd year. Both are still developing their skills. Bakhtiari could make an immediate impact. What do you think? Could his experience be a game-changer for the Chiefs' offensive line? Think about it. Having a veteran like Bakhtiari with his technical ability would help immensely, not only in protecting our quarterback, but also in mentoring the younger players. It would be a great addition, even if just for the remainder of the season. Bakhtiari is a player hungry for titles. And here's another thing that makes sense. Many veteran players who have proven themselves in the league, like Bakhtiari, often wait until the latter part of the season to decide if they are coming back. This helps them avoid the wear and tear of a full season. Plus, it gives them time to watch which teams are strong contenders for the Super Bowl. There is no doubt that the Chiefs are on that list. And Bakhtiari knows that playing in Kansas City would give him one of the best chances at winning a title. So, do we really think Bakhtiari is doing all of this just for fun? I don't think so. He seems more than ready to put on a Chiefs helmet and help Mahomes in the hunt for the trophy. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Now it's up to you, Chiefs fans. I want to hear your thoughts on this possibility, Patrick Mahomes. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for all the Chiefs action and exclusive stories. Let's keep this winning streak alive. And go Chiefs!